Good evening, everyone. My name is Bettina Lee with Believable Prana Yoga and Wellness, and we are going to begin our yoga fundamentals. I am going to share this to my Facebook page. All right, here we go. Awesome. So as we come to our practice this evening, wherever you are, if you are local to the Hampton Roads, or if you are further out, just kind of understanding and listening to yourself, to your environment, as we settle down to this evening's practice. This evening's practice, I want you to kind of think about limitations. Understanding that sometimes we may really push ourselves. We may go, 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 and we may need to actually just slow down and understand that it's okay to do as much as you can and then leave it there. You don't have to stretch yourself thin. You don't have to overexert yourself. Not all the time. Sometimes it may be okay to do that for certain instances, for certain reasons, but not all the time. So as we come to our mats this evening, if you come to your floor, whatever is comfortable for you, sit in an easy posture. That can be crisscross applesauce, like this, easy posture. You want to kind of open up your legs a bit more. If you want to come into a cobbler's pose, feel free. Whatever works for you. Let's sit up nice and tall on our own merit. Feel as though I'm lifting you up by string through the crown of your head. Let's lift your shoulders up and roll them back. Continue to lift your shoulders up and roll them back. One more time, lift your shoulders up and roll them back. Allowing your chest to be open, your abdomen to be taut, your neck to be long. Breathing in through your nose, let's inhale deeply all the way down into our abdomen, expanding your ribs, your belly, your diaphragm. Exhaling out through your nose, just the same. Inhale deeply through your nose again. Exhale through your nose, just the same. Continue breathing at your own breath pace. Whatever comes natural to you for your breathing pattern. So any changes that I would add to whatever your natural breathing pattern may be is just to kind of pay attention to see if your shoulders are moving. Are you breathing in through your shoulders, or are you breathing in deep through your belly, through that abdomen? Are your breaths short? Do you feel as though you're breathing up here, up top in your lungs? Are they nice and long? Try to lengthen your breath. Settling in a bit more. Understanding that where you are is just enough. Let's inhale as we reach both arms down and up, high to the sky, high to your ceiling. Palms out, press down as you exhale. Inhale, palms up, reach up, perhaps look up. Palms down, press down, gaze down. One more time, inhale, palms up, reach up. Exhale as you bring your palms together, and then bring both palms to your heart center. Good. From here, let's begin to set an intention for our practice. So you can set whatever intention you like. Perhaps if you would like to continue with the theme of tonight's practice of understanding limitations, then feel free to take that on as your personal intention. Let's begin to seal our practice and our intention with 2 cleansing breaths. Inhale deeply through your nose. Exhale through your mouth, side out. Inhale deeply through your nose, expand that belly. Exhale through your mouth, side out. Adding a twist. Inhale, reach both arms up high to the sky. Exhale, twist and open to the right, reaching both arms long. And then reaching fingertips down towards the ground. Looking exactly where you're twisting, or perhaps seeing if you can twist a little deeper. On your next exhale, see if you can look over that right shoulder. If that's comfortable, inhale, reach both arms up high to the sky as you come back through center. Pause here. Inhale again. Exhale, twist and open to the left, reaching both fingertips long, and then releasing them down to the ground. Finding the same thing on this side, either looking parallel, or on your next exhale, begin to look over that left shoulder. From here, on your next inhale, reach both arms up high to the sky as you twist back through center. Exhale here, pausing. Inhale, reach your spine longer. Exhale, twist and open to the right. This time, see if you can take this left hand and bring it to the outside of the right knee. Looking over the right shoulder if you choose. Allowing yourself to twist a little deeper. Go ahead and release the knee if you decided to use it. Inhale, reach both arms through center. Exhale here. Inhale, reach your spine long. Exhale, twist and open to the left. This time taking this right hand, placing it on the outside of the left knee. Looking over that left shoulder if you choose. Keeping both shoulders away from your earlobes. Gonna release the left knee. Inhale both arms through center as you return back through center. Exhale here, release your hands down to your sides. Good. Inhale, reach both arms up. Exhale, reach as you reach for my fingertips, nice and long, have a nice long spine. And release your upper body down to the ground. Hands come down, elbows may come down, and release your upper body as well. Allow for that head to naturally fall forward. Tucking the chin into the chest on your inhale, begin to walk your hands in towards your lap as you roll each vertebrae up, sitting up nice and tall. When you get to the top, allow for the shoulders to roll back. Awesome. Let's do that again. I'm going to turn to the side so you can see, different angle. Inhale, reach both arms up high to the sky. Exhale, hinge at the hips. Hinge at the hips. Try to have a nice long, flat back. And then release your hands down to the mat, down to the ground. Release your elbows down if they come down. And release that upper body and head. Allow it to gently roll down towards the ground. Tucking your chin into your chest. On your inhale, roll your spine up as you walk your hands back into your lap. When you get to the top, allow for your shoulders to roll back. Let's switch things around. So if your right leg is in front, switch so that way your left leg is in front, and vice versa. If you decided to come to a cobbler's pose, just stay here, remain here. So we're gonna see how this may feel differently in our hips. All right, inhale, reach both arms up high. Exhale, hinge, reach forward, my fingertips, reach, reach, reach. And then release your hands, your elbows, let that forehead come down. See how this feels in either hip. Is one hip a little bit tighter than the other? It's all good if it is. Just kind of acknowledging how we feel in our bodies. And on your inhale, walk your hands into your lap, tuck that chin into your chest, roll your spine up, allowing for your shoulders to come back. Good. One more time. Inhale, reach both arms up. Exhale, hinge, reach, reach, reach. And release down to your mat, down to the ground. Inhale as you tuck the chin in, walk the hands in towards your lap, rolling each vertebrae up, and roll your shoulders back. Awesome. Inhale, reach both arms up high to the sky. Good. Sending the right hand down to the ground. Inhale as you reach up high. Exhale as you lift up and over towards the right. See if you can pull this left shoulder back. Good. Allowing for space to come in between your right earlobe and your shoulder. See if you can roll that right shoulder down. Try to keep limp through this left side, but also through the right. Instead of just kind of crunching down, lift up and over. So maybe for you, that means you may want to spider crawl these right fingers out a little bit more. Maybe you want to come down to elbow, if that's accessible and comfortable for you. Continuing to breathe. Maybe you want to look up, bring your gaze up towards this left elbow. Whatever works. Inhale as you rise back through center, bringing both arms up. Good. Release the left hand down, using it for support and just a guide. Inhale as you reach up and over to the left. Remembering the same thing with the shoulder. Keep the left shoulder away from the earlobes. Lifting up and over towards the left. Either spider crawling these fingers out or coming down to an elbow. Making sure you keep the chest nice and open. Gaze may come up towards this right elbow if you choose. If you're kind of in the middle, feel free to use a block, or if you have a pillow, a couch pillow, a bedroom pillow, put a pillow under there. Use whatever you have for your own support. Finding lift, inhale, reach both arms back through center. And release them down to your sides. Awesome. Finding that we're just going to do the right side again. Inhale, reach both arms up. Exhale, the right hand down. Inhale, reach with the left up and over towards the right side. Pulling the left side back. Continuing to breathe. Make sure you have that belly expanding. Rise back up through center. Exhale the left hand down. Inhale, reach up and over with the right arm as we reach to the left side. So you may find one side may be a little bit more flexible than the other. That's A-okay. Work where you are, understanding the limitations that you may have on either side. Inhale as you rise back through center. And release both hands down to the ground. Extend our legs out nice and long in front of us if you aren't already there. Flexing your feet towards your face. Sitting up nice and tall. So we're going to get into a bit of a rowing action. We're actually not going to stand up very much, if at all, in tonight's practice. Tonight's practice is really going to be focused physically on our sides, our lateral sides of our body, lateral movements. Well, through our obliques. Okay? So flexing your feet towards your face. Let's inhale as we reach both arms up high to the sky. Exhale, hinge, reach towards me nice and long. Oh, you may not be able to go too far, that's okay. I'm not going too far this evening. Pressing through both heels. Inhale as you rise up. Exhale your hands down to your sides. We're going to do this multiple times because we're going to get into a rowing action and a rowing motion. Okay? So we're going to really warm up our bodies. If you need to kind of bend the knees ever so slightly, feel free. Good. On your own merit. Inhale, reach both arms up high. Nice long spine. Exhale, hinge. Reach for my fingertips. Nice long spine again. Get these shoulders away from your earlobes. Good. And press through both heels. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, release. Good. Adding on. Inhale, reach both arms up high. Exhale, hinge, reach towards me. Act like you're grabbing onto both oars. Inhale as you pull the both oars back towards yourself. Reach both arms up long. Inhale here, exhale, hinge. Hold the both oars. Pull them back towards yourself. Inhale, sit up tall. Exhale, hinge. Inhale, pull them back towards yourself. Inhale, rise back. Release your hands down to your sides. So we're going to continue with this rowing of the boat motion, okay? You need to bend your knees ever so slightly, feel free. So we're going to continue rowing the boat, okay? This is going to help to open up our backside. So our hamstrings will really, beginning at the bottom, our Achilles, our calves, hamstrings, and then getting into this lower back as well. When you hinge, try to keep your back nice and flat, and then roll each vertebrae up. This will help to protect your lower back. Okay? Now turn to the side for a different angle. As we begin our rowing up our boats, go at your breath pace. So if I'm going too slow, feel free to go faster. Understanding your limitations, understanding you don't want a jerking motion or overly pulling motion. But if I'm going too fast, feel free to slow down. Inhale, reach both arms up high to the sky. Exhale, hinge with a nice long back. Grab the boat forward. Inhale, pull them towards you. Inhale, reach tall. Exhale, hinge and pull them towards you. Inhale, reach tall. Exhale, hinge, pull them towards you. And continue with this motion at your own breath pace. Again, if you need to bend those knees, feel free. If you bend your knees, you will activate your hamstrings a little bit. Getting into a little more dynamic stretching here as we're dynamically moving through our staff pose. And 4 more breaths here. 4, 3, 2, last one, and 1. Good. Inhale, rise back up, reach both arms long. Exhale them to your sides. And like I like to say, find back posture, so just droop. Allow everything to just droop down. Doesn't this feel so comfortable in finding our back posture? But then beginning with our feet, let's flex those feet in towards your face, almost as though you can lift these heels off the ground. Allow it to come up your legs. Inhale as you pull yourself up, nice long spine, sitting up nice and tall. Good. Engaging this core. Engaging the entire barrel of your core. Inhale here, exhale, just droop. Find that posture. Slouching like we know we're not supposed to. Activating our legs, go ahead and flex those feet. Let the activation move up those calves, up those quads, into your glutes. And inhale as you sit up nice and tall, pulling yourself up by string on your own merit. Good. Awesome. And relax your legs. Go ahead and swing your legs around as we come to our tabletop. Coming to our tabletop, I want you to make sure that your legs, your knees are underneath of your hips. Your feet are right behind your knees, so that way if you look in between your knees, your feet disappear. Your hands are directly underneath, or your wrists. Your wrists are underneath of your elbows, elbows underneath of your shoulders. Okay. Moving into our cat and our cow. Finding a neutral spine first, nice and long, engaging our core. Meaning we're not sinking into our shoulders, we're not dropping into our belly. We're actively pushing away. I'll show you that from the side. So meaning we're not sinking into our shoulders, dropping into our belly. We're actively pushing away. Nice flat, long spine. Washing our shoulders, finding length. Not here, but here. Okay? Moving into our cat and our cow. On your inhale, begin to lift the gaze. Drop the belly. Tilt the hips forward. Holding our cat. Continuing to breathe in our cat. Letting that belly rise and fall. Inhale here, exhale, round the shoulders. Belly button into the spine, chin into chest. Tuck that bum under, almost like you're pushing it forward. Push those hips almost towards your elbows. They sound kind of weird, but you're really trying to push away from the ground like a hissing cat. Holding here, continuing to breathe. Good. Inhale as you find the opposite. Lift the gaze off the heart, drop the belly, tilt the hips. Exhale as you round the shoulders, belly button high to the spine, bum in. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Good. Now continue with the series at your own breath pace, linking your breath with your movement. We're going to do this about 2 or 3 more times, and then we're going to switch our breathing. Let's come to a neutral spine. So coming to this neutral spine, remember we're activating, pushing away from the ground. So now I want you to inhale here, exhale as you find your cow. Exhale, find the cow. Lift the gaze off the heart. Drop the belly, tilt hips forward. Inhale as you find the cat. Switching up our breathing, something different. Exhale as you find the cow. Inhale for cat. Exhale for cow. Inhale for cat. One more time. Exhale for cow. Inhale for cat. Come back to a neutral spine. Nice long spine. Inhale here. Exhale. Send those hips down to your heels, coming into your child's pose. Lower the forehead down to the ground. You can feel free to extend your arms out in front of you, or if you like, bring your arms down by your side, so that way your hands are by your feet. Free to bring those hands by your feet if that's comfortable. Releasing those shoulders down. Extending both arms out nice and long in front of you if you aren't already there. Walk both hands over to the right side. Finding a nice long stretch in your side body. Walk both hands back through center and over to the left side. Long stretch in your side body. Walk both hands back through center. One more time, over to the right side. This time, send those hips down to the left. So leaning into this side body stretch. Just a bit more. Continuing to breathe. On your next inhale, walk both hands back through center. And then over to the left side, sending your hips down to the right. Relaxing your neck. Inhale, walk both hands back through center. Good. Rise back up to your tabletop. Coming into a thread the needle. Shifting your weight more so into the left side. Let's inhale as we reach the right arm up high to the sky. If your right arm doesn't come up, feel free to bring that right hand to your right hip. Just more so focus on getting the shoulder back. Pull the shoulder back. Are. Lift the shoulder up a little bit higher. If you're reaching with your hand, that's fine. Inhale here, exhale as you thread the needle. Bring the right arm underneath of the left. Right shoulder comes down to the ground. Right side of the head comes down to the ground. Using this left hand for support underneath of your left shoulder. You can also extend this left arm along the top of your mat. You can bring the left hand, palm facing down to the small of your back. Or if you like, you can extend this left arm high to the sky. Whatever works for you. I prefer to leave my hand down on the ground. I feel as though that gives me a little bit more support and base, and also a little bit more to push deeper into the twist. Continuing to breathe. Wherever you are. Place that left hand back down on the ground underneath of that left shoulder, using the hand for support. Inhale as you begin to reach the right arm out to a T, palm facing down. Place the palm down on the ground. We're going to open up this right bicep and pectoral muscle, your chest and arm. Going as far as is comfortable. If you like, you can rest the Left side of the head down on the ground. Come to a forehead, come to a chin, or just hover. Go with whatever your limitation is. Respecting your body. On your next inhale, let's return to the twist. Inhale as we reach the right arm high to the sky, returning to the twist. Exhaling the hand down to meet its partner. Good. If your left wrist needs a little love, go ahead and feel free to rotate, circle that wrist, stirring your cake batter. Rotate the opposite direction. Good. Shifting ever so slightly to the right side, inhale the left arm up high to the sky. Finding the same thing on this side, so either reaching it high, bring it to the hip, whatever works for you. Okay? So reaching wherever you can go. Inhale as we reach just a little bit higher. Exhale, left arm underneath of the right, threading the needle. Left shoulder comes down to the ground, left side of the head comes down to the ground. Making an equipment adjustment here. So same thing on this side, either using this right hand for support, extending the right arm along the top of your mat, bring the right hand to the small of your back, or extending the right arm high to the sky, whatever works for you. Typically what you do on one side, you want to try to do on the other side. Continuing to breathe. Good. Wherever you are, return that right hand underneath of the right shoulder, using the hand for support. Let's inhale as we bring the left arm out to a T, going the same place. Palm facing down, go ahead and release that right arm, right palm down to the ground as we open up. We're going to open up this bicep, left pectoral muscle. If you like to lean into it a bit more, feel free. Understanding what your body's asking for, what your body limitation is, respecting that. Your next inhalation, begin to return back to that tabletop. And if you need to rotate or stir your cake batter, go ahead and find that with the right side. And then reverse. Whatever works for you. Good. And release your palm down to the ground. Let's come back to seated. Good. Extending our legs out in front of us. Starting out nice and long first. Kind of warmed up our hamstrings some here when we were doing our rowing. You were part of that if you were in class for that. So now let's expand upon that. Let's grow that a bit. So we're going to take our left leg, bend it in. So that way the foot is on the calf. So the inside of the calf. Good. Seeing if you can keep these hips nice and square. Inhale, reach both arms up high to the sky. Exhale as you hinge nice and long. And then release your palms down to the ground. Good. So you can allow some curvature to your back here. Really trying to bring your gaze out nice and long, not looking down. We're bringing your gaze long. So looking towards your heel or even past. Keeping a nice long neck, which is part of your spine. Pressing into this right heel, extend both arms long. Inhale as you rise up. Exhale your hands down to your sides. Finding that again. Let's inhale, reach both arms up. Exhale as you hinge, reach long, long, long. And then release your hands down. Understanding your limitations, going where you can go, where's comfortable for you. So to be quite honest, I'm actually nursing a hamstring tweak that I just did Tuesday morning. So I need to remember that even though I may feel a bit more warmed up, I may feel as, hey, I can go so far. I need to respect my limitations so that way I don't injure myself any further. Good, wherever you are. Let's begin to extend both arms long. Inhale as we rise up. Exhale your hands down to your sides. Extend that left leg. Now bring the right foot in. Right foot is going to come into the inside of the calf. Why the calf? Because I want you to try to keep your hips nice and square. And we are opening up our hips. So this here is a hip opener. It's like a half cobbler, half dandasana, half staff pose. You can get the exact pose for you later. But we are opening up our hips as we are lengthening our hamstrings as well as opening up that lower back. Okay? Let's inhale, reach both arms up high. Exhale, hinge, reach long. And release. Good. Continuing to breathe wherever you are. Let that belly expand into your thighs. Let that back expand as well. Extend your arms long. Inhale, rise up. Exhale your hands down to your sides. Doing that one more time. Inhale, reach both arms up long. Exhale, hinge. And then release down to your mat, down to the ground. Keep your gaze looking forward, perhaps just past your heel, past your foot. Continuing to look forward will help to lengthen your spine. I was talking a lot on the right side, so we're going to hold the left side. Finding equality in both sides. From here, begin to extend your arms long. Inhale, rise up. Exhale your hands down to your sides. Go ahead and straighten that right leg. Good. I always like to kind of pedal, move things around a little bit. Starting nice and wide. Let's go ahead and bring our feet together, coming into a wide cobbler's pose. So wide meaning at least a fist and an arm's distance from your body. So at least a fist and an arm's distance, okay? Make sure you have some space here. Good, so holding on to your shins or your knees, wherever your arms may go. Sitting up nice and tall. Inhale here. Exhale as you hinge forward. Walking your hands down your shins towards your ankles. Keeping a nice long flat back. Good. So walking your hands down towards ankles. Keeping a nice long gaze again. Inhale as you rise up. Good. Pausing here. Inhale here. Exhale as you almost find a cat. So you're going to round the shoulders, push away from your heels. Still press your knees down towards the ground. A different version of this hip opener. Holding onto your knees, holding onto the insides of your thighs, placing your hands behind you if that's more comfortable. Inhale as you rise back up, sitting up nice and tall, have a nice long spine. Inhale here, exhale, hinge forward. I know I'm saying inhale a lot, but make sure you exhale as well. Don't hold your breath. Inhale through center. Exhale as you round the shoulders, push away from your heels, holding onto your knees, your thighs, or perhaps placing your hands behind you. If you're going to place them behind you, see if you can roll those shoulders back, squeeze those elbows in if you decide to place your hands behind you. Pressing these knees down towards the ground. Good. Inhale, rise through center. Exhale, hinge, nice and long. Good. And from here, your choice, yogi's choice, stay here. Or if you like to find a little bit deeper, go ahead and round the upper body over your legs. You're going to take your forearms, coming into a turtle. Walk your forearms underneath of your calves. And then just allow your forehead to naturally fall towards your feet. And also use your elbows to really kind of pull yourself down. Pull yourself towards your heels. Continue to breathe. out. I've lost the mic. My mic died. Good. So now we're going to bring our legs, our feet in closer to you, as close as you can. Can you still hear me okay? Okay, awesome. So bring your heels in as close as you can. Hold it onto your ankles or your shins, your knees, whatever is comfortable for you. Inhale, sit up nice and tall. Exhale as you hinge forward with a nice long back. Nice long back first. Inhale here. Exhale, round. Begin to find that bad posture. Kind of droop here. Allow your upper body to naturally fall over your feet. Releasing that head down towards the ground. Using your palms and your hands for support. Inhale as you roll your spine up, sitting up nice and tall. Use hands to support you as you roll up. Find that again. Inhale here with lift. Exhale as you hinge. Hinging forward, nice long spine. Rounding over. Inhale here, exhale, round over, and relax, release. If you need anything further, feel free to extend your arms out nice and long, or you can literally take your hands and push yourself forward if that's comfortable for you. If you want a little bit more, a little deeper sensation in your hips. Wherever you are, place those palms down on the ground. Inhale as you roll your spine up, using your hands to walk yourself back up, sitting up nice and tall. Awesome. Opened up our hips. Let's get back to our side body. Good. From here, let's swing ourselves around, coming to the left side. We're going to come into our side plank, so using a few different variations, modifications. So if you're coming into your side plank, let's first start on our side, putting your palm down, making sure your wrist is underneath of your elbow, elbow's underneath of your shoulder. Keeping this left knee down on the ground, let's extend our right foot down, inside of the foot down. Press these hips forward, okay? You don't have embarrassed. I'm lined up, I feel as though I am. So from here, I want you to extend this right arm up high towards the sky. Side plank. Push away from the ground. So I want you to find length not only in this right side, but also in the left, not sinking down. Okay, push away from the ground. Through that knee, through that hand. Pushing away from the ground as though you're kicking a wall with this right as well. Inhale here, exhale as we release down. Good. We're going to come to the other side. Tall, so I have to move along my neck. Placing the right hand down on the ground. Go ahead and extend this left foot out nice and long. Making sure that the right is underneath. Wrist is underneath the elbow, elbow is underneath the shoulder. Pushing my hips forward and inhaling as I extend my left arm up high to the sky. Activating through this left foot. Pushing away from the ground. Watching my shoulders, activating my shoulders, pushing away. So I should have a nice long line from my right palm all the way through my left. Reach, reach, reach. And release this left hand down to the ground. Good. From here, let's go ahead and come into a full plank. Good. So we're going to let's come to full plank first. So on our toes and our palms, you're going to come to the outside of this left foot, outside of the left foot. Take the right foot, place it on top, or you can put it in front if you like that as well. That is an easier variation. Push these hips away, okay? Making sure that the left wrist is underneath the left elbows under the shoulder. Inhale as you reach the right arm up high to the sky. Pushing away, so I'm not drooping down here. Pushing away from the ground and reaching. If you like, you can also stack this right foot on top of the left. If this is too much, feel free to drop back down to that knee. Push these hips forward though. Continue to breathe. Inhale here. Exhale as we return back to our full plank. Drop your knees down to the ground. Come through our half mountain. Gotta do it on the right side. Good. So it's really important to make sure you push away from the ground. Get these hips up. Okay, either side you are lifting towards. Make sure you come to the outside of that base foot, of the bottom foot, of the side that you're on. Come to the inside of the top foot. Okay. Also actively see, almost imagine as though you're pushing against a wall with those feet, flexing them, okay? Let's do this on the right. Catch your breath. Placing the right hand down on the ground, place the left hand down. Let's come to our full plank. Full plank first, pushing away from the ground, not drooping into our shoulders, not sinking into this lower back, pushing away. Roll to the outside of this right foot. Come to the inside of this left, making sure this shoulder is underneath, is on top of everything. Inhale the left arm up high to the sky. Not sinking into the shoulder, not dropping these hips, pushing away. So you can either put the foot in front or behind, or on top. Understanding one side may be stronger. Push, push, push. Inhale here. Exhale. Come back through that full plank. Release the knees down to the ground. Stand back up in our half mountain. Awesome. Feel free to take a little mini commercial break if you'd like to get some water, because we're going to come back to those twice. One on each side. All right, are you ready? Come back through your full plank. I'll do it from this side so that we can see a different angle. So coming back through full plank. We're gonna go to the right side first. Shifting your weight over. Let's go ahead and come to the outside of that foot. Option to place the right foot on top. And inhale as you lift the right arm up high to the sky. Flexing those feet, pushing away from the ground, pushing those hips up, breathing here. Inhale here. Exhale as you release the right arm down. Come back to full plank. Release your knees down. Stand up in our half mountain. One more side. And then we're going to come back to the hips. Okay? Extending our arms down, coming back to that full plank. Shifting over. Little tip. Sometimes I like to bring my hands a little bit closer for this. Sometimes I like to bring my hands a little bit closer for the side that I'm going to. That way my hand in my knee, because my knee is directly behind my foot. So that way they're in line. So really that thumb, bring that thumb in line. Because when I roll to the outside of that foot and that ankle, they become in line with my wrist. Okay? So see my thumbs are in line with my knees. And that way when I roll to the outside, this wrist should be in line with this ankle. Fundamental. All right, enough talking, let's do. Come back to that full plank. Roll into the outside of this right foot, making sure this wrist is underneath this elbow, underneath this shoulder. Inhale as you reach the left arm up high to the sky. Option to look up, option to look forward. Just don't look down. If you look down, you'll come down. lowering your forehead down to the ground. Let's go ahead and release those hands so your hands are by your feet, allowing your shoulders to relax. Finding 5 full breaths here. Coming back to that intention of understanding your limitations, respecting your limitations, honoring your limitations. Good. From here, let's begin to extend both arms out nice and long. Inhale as you tuck your toes. Exhale, lift your hips high to the sky. Downward facing dog. First downward dog for the day, but we did warm up our hamstrings, so feel free to pedal it out just to kind of get some movement in your ankles and your knees. Good. From here, let's begin to come through center. Inhale as you reach the left leg high to the sky, bend it in towards your chest. Pull. From here, we're going to take this left knee, bring it to your left wrist. Bring the left ankle to the right wrist, coming into our pigeon. Now, if this is too much for you, feel free to find a pillow, a block, anything that can help you, support you, so that way this hip is up. If you're not able to go all the way down, I'll show you from a different angle. Yes, we're holding this while I'm talking. So if you come up here, if you're not able to go all the way down and stay centered, you can always come up. You can always hold yourself up. But I don't want you sitting to the side, okay? Try to stay nice and centered in between both hips, right? So we're gonna hang out here for probably about 45 more seconds, opening up our hips. Option to stay up tall, option to fold over this left leg. So your choice. Option to stay tall. This is a deep hip opener. The foot also, the front foot does not have to be parallel to the front of your mat. You need to bring it in a little bit more, feel free. You actually need to bring it in a lot. Sit on top of this. Feel free. It is a different posture, but we want to respect our limitations and understanding everyone has different hips, everyone has different knees. Now this may be too much on someone's knee. So going where is comfortable for you. Continuing to breathe wherever you are. If you're up or if you're folded, paying attention to those right toes. Make sure they are keeping in line with that knee. Good. From here, slowly begin to place those palms back down on the ground so you can get them underneath of your shoulders. Tuck those right toes under. Push yourself up, and let's lift our left leg up high to the sky, nice and slowly, and lower the right leg down. Good, go ahead and pedal that out if you need. Other side, inhale as you lift the left leg up, bend the knee in towards your chest, right knee towards right wrist, right ankle towards left wrist, and then slide yourself back, coming into your pigeon. Understanding that one hip may be a little bit more open, a little bit more flexible than the other side, so respect that. If you weren't able to come into this posture on the other side and you're kind of feeling the same thing for this hip, feel free to do one of the modifications that I just mentioned. So if you need to place something underneath, as if this was a block and you want to place it underneath, you want it to place it underneath, as if it was a block or a pillow. I know it's my phone, but feel free to do that, because that can give you some leverage, some height. Okay? Again, remaining in this posture. I'm not talking as much, so we still have about a minute to go. Paying attention to this left side. What are your toes doing on this left side? Are your toes in line with the knee? Or is your foot beginning to sickle in? Try to keep it straight so that way it's in line with the knee and the hip. A little fundamental there. Continuing to breathe wherever you are. With every exhalation, allow your body to relax a bit more. Come to the ball of that left foot. Press yourself up and back as you lift this right leg up high in the sky, as high as you can get it. Lower the right leg down, release those knees down to the ground, and come to a seated position. We're going to come to fully recline. Sitting up nice and tall. Extend both arms out nice and long. Inhale here, exhale as you roll your spine down, rolling down for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release. Started struggling at the end, y'all. Then bring both knees into your chest, give yourself a hug. Let's rock from side to side. Bring your arms out to a T, palms facing down. Extend both legs up high, coming into a waterfall. Inhale here, exhale as you lower your legs over towards the right side. About halfway. Using your obliques, rise back up through center. Exhale as you lower your legs halfway to the left side. Using your obliques, rise back through center. A moving waterfall. Exhale over to the right, back to center. Exhale over to the left, back to center. We're going to bend those knees, coming into a supine twist and activating our obliques again. Inhale here, exhale as you lower your knees over to the right side, all the way down. Over to the left, all the way down. Inhale, rise back to center. Remaining in the twist, you want to scoot your hips a little bit over to the left side. Inhale here, exhale, lower both legs over to the right side. Keeping your left shoulder connected to the ground. Let's flip our palms up so that way they're facing the sky. Feel free to gaze over towards the left as our knees are twisted to the right. Relaxing into this twist. And inhale back through center. Return your knees and your gaze back through center. Go ahead and shift your hips over to the left side. Inhale here, exhale as you lower shift your hips over to the right side. Inhale here, exhale, lower both knees over to the left side. Keeping the right shoulder connected. Feel free to gaze over towards the right shoulder if that's comfortable for you. give yourself a hug, nice and tight as is comfortable for you. Inhale here, exhale as you lengthen arms and legs nice and long. And then release your hands down to your sides as we come to our final pose of Shavasana. Resting in our Shavasana, staying completely flat. Remain lying down as we come to our final resting pose of today's practice. As we come to this pose, I want you to come back to the beginning of class in which we focused on our intention and we focused on the theme that I set of respecting and understanding our limitations. Kind of think about it. Did you do that this evening? Did you respect your limitations? Will your belly rise and fall? Will your ribs expand into the mat beneath you? Let's find 5 more breaths here, 5 more deep inhalations and exhalations. Inhale as we reach both arms up and over our head, nice and long, wiggling our fingers and our toes. Inhale here, exhale as you bring your knees into your chest, give yourself a hug. Feel free to rock from side to side. Releasing your knees, inhale here, exhale, roll to your side of choice, either your right or your left. Coming into a comfortable fetal position. Using your bottom arm to support your head, resting your top arm either on your side or in front of your belly. Remaining here and breathing here for 4 full deep inhalations and exhalations. Okay, now whenever you're ready, use this top arm to slowly begin to push yourself up. Roll your spine up as you keep your chin connected to your chest as long as you can, ever so slowly rolling and pushing yourself up to a comfortable seated position. Whether that's easy posture, whether that's cobbler's pose, whatever you begin with, let's come back to that position. Let's inhale, reach both arms up high to the sky, palms up, reach up. Exhale, palms down, press down. One more time. Inhale, reach up, palms up. Exhale, your hands together, bring them to heart center. So my name is Bettina with Believable Prana, Yoga and Wellness. This is Yoga Fundamentals in partnership with the dynamic City of Newport News Parks, Recreation, and Tourism Department, the instructional programs. The love and light of mutually honors, respects, and is grateful for the love and light in each and every single one of you. Let's bring our thumbs to our third eye. Inhale as we lift ever so slightly. Exhale as we forward fold and all say Namaste.